More than $150 billion vanished in just 3 days. That money disappeared from the market value of the world's 15 largest cryptocurrencies. And at the center of the story, there was one name, FTX. The token created by FTX was called FTT. On November 6th, FTT started to fall. In just 72 hours, it lost more than 80% of its value. FTX, once seen as a strong player that could survive a brutal market, suddenly sent shockwaves through the entire crypto industry. So what happened? How did things get this bad? Let's go back to the beginning. FTX was the idea of Sam Bankman-Fried, better known online as SBF. For a while, he was called the guardian angel of the crypto world. In interviews, people compared him to the JP Morgan of crypto. That comparison didn't bother him at all. If anything, he seemed to enjoy it. In 2017, Sam founded a trading firm called Alameda Research. 2 years later, he launched FTX. FTX was an exchange where people could buy and sell cryptocurrencies, and at that time SBF held the majority stake in both Alameda and FTX. That created a big question mark in the industry. Does Alameda get special treatment on FTX? Are they trading with insider information? Sam always repeated the same line. The two companies are separate, independent from each other. After FTX launched, it attracted billions of dollars in investment from Silicon Valley and Wall Street. Sam was in high spirits, saying, "We raised a few $1 billion in funding. We're a profitable company." FTX became the fourth largest crypto exchange in the world for derivatives trading. Famous names appeared in its commercials. "I'm getting into crypto with FTX. Are you in?" The safe and easy way to get into crypto. As the platform grew, its rivalry with Binance, the world's largest exchange by volume, intensified. At the beginning, Binance had actually invested in FTX. But FTX grew so fast that it quickly turned into a real competitor. Sam's image as the savior of crypto also helped fuel that growth. While the market was crashing, he stepped in to rescue struggling companies. He spent around $1 billion to keep some firms from going under. "It's okay to do a slightly bad deal when you're bailing someone out," he would say. But that shiny image didn't last long. On November 2nd, CoinDesk published a leaked Alameda balance sheet. On paper, Alameda held more than $14 billion in assets. But when you looked closer, most of those assets were actually FTX's own token, FTT. Alameda's CEO, Caroline Ellison, quickly put out a statement. "This balance sheet is incomplete. It doesn't show the full picture. Everything is under control." But the market didn't believe it. Investors kept pulling their money out of FTX. On November 6th, things escalated quickly. Binance made an announcement and said it would sell hundreds of millions of dollars worth of FTT. That triggered a wave of panic. That day, FTX processed around $4 billion in withdrawals, many times more than usual. Transactions started to slow down, and some withdrawals got stuck. That only made more people rush to take their money out. On November 7th, the total reached $6 billion. By November 8th, FTX's finances were in full crisis. Binance stepped in and announced it had signed a letter of intent to buy FTX. For a brief moment, it looked like FTX might have solved its liquidity problem. But the very next day, Binance backed out. They walked away from the deal, then the real bombshell dropped. A report claimed that FTX had used customer funds to finance the risky trades made by Alameda. For many people in the industry, this was genuinely shocking. Everyone knew FTX and Alameda were very close. But almost no one imagined that billions of dollars of customer money could have been used this way. Meanwhile, regulators in the United States and the Department of Justice began investigating. Sam gave investors a clear message. FTX could no longer meet withdrawal demands because the assets they were using as collateral had dropped in value, and turning them into cash quickly had become almost impossible. On November 11th, Sam resigned as CEO. That same day, FTX and Alameda filed for bankruptcy. Afterwards, FTX announced it was investigating a possible hack. Roughly $370 million worth of crypto assets appeared to be missing. Soon, new information surfaced suggesting that Alameda and FTX executives knew. That customer funds had been lent out to Alameda. During this whole process, small investors felt helpless, deceived, and angry. For many of them, FTX had been one of the most trusted players in the market. Almost no one truly expected a collapse like this. What do you think? Was this a tragic failure in risk management or a deliberate betrayal of trust from the very beginning? If you found this story interesting, don't forget to subscribe, turn on notifications, and let me know your thoughts in the comments.